Good morning, everyone. So it is Sunday morning, and you guys, to be honest with you, I am exhausted. My son had his friends over to stay the night. Friday night, no problem, no big deal. Saturday, they played pretty much all day before their moms came and picked them up, and it was a good time for them. And I got down into my garage, and I am going to post a video about my cleanup of my garage. But honestly, you guys, I did about 5 hours of cleaning in my garage. And you can't even tell. So, I'm taking things slow. I got frustrated. It was about 3 o'clock yesterday, and I said, I gotta call it quits as far as the cleanup, because number one, I was getting really sore from moving things, especially with my broken arm. It was really starting to hurt. It was raining outside and snowing, so that might have had something to do with it. But it was, the Chiefs game was on, and I wanted to make barbecue chicken wings, baked potatoes, and corn for the game. So I came upstairs and I started cooking, and got a grocery order delivered, and so it was very, very busy with pickup and cleanup and getting things done. And to be honest with you guys, I was so exhausted I didn't go back down to the garage. And the more I sat here after the Chiefs game, I started to get a little bit depressed about the garage. Not gonna lie. So I also had a lot of things I needed to work on for school, for the daycare, as far as getting curriculum together. As I'm cleaning out the garage, you'll see on the video that I make, I am finding a bunch of homeschooling material that I can use at the daycare. And my husband refuses to let me homeschool my child, even though the child said he would like to be homeschooled. It's just kind of like when he says he doesn't want to do karate and my husband makes him do karate. My son has said several times he wants to be homeschooled. I think teaching my kid a Christian education in some way or another is probably better than the public school. But in my divorce, I don't have a say without us discussing it. So hopefully all that will change soon, and I'll actually have a voice, and my son will actually have a voice at some point. But as of right now, I am going to go ahead and get rid of the pre-K stuff that I had for homeschooling and take it to the daycare and use it there. So I had a lot of work to do. I am just now becoming the reading teacher, and so a lot of my son's old books I can take up there, and reading material and stuff like that. I can't do Christian teaching up there, but I can come pretty darn close. So, a lot of my stuff I'll be able to use up there. So, you guys, I was getting kind of depressed with all this stuff in my mind, this clutter. The clutter in my home and in my mind. And so I started to make the video, and I'm going to have to finish it today. It is Sunday, and I want to watch church. But I thought, well, this morning I'm going to get up. I'll make me some French toast. I haven't had French toast, you guys, in years. and asked the kids if they wanted any French toast. And so made French toast and just kind of did the mom thing. I got a pot roast in the crock pot for lunch. So that's already ready to go. The house is already starting to smell the onions cooking and the roast cooking. It smells good. Finished the French toast, but when I was making the French toast, I was listening to Caleb. And it was just like God really used Caleb this morning to speak to me. They were talking about clutter and stepping back and reflecting and taking it day by day, step by step, and just giving all your clutter over to God. And, one thing I've been praying for is that I can get rid of the clutter so I can concentrate on the things that God is wanting me to do. So obviously He's wanting me to be a reading teacher at the daycare. So I am going with it. I never thought I would be a teacher. I've always taught kids. I've taught my own son. I homeschooled during the pandemic. And so I have always wanted to be a teacher. But I don't have a 4-year degree or anything. So I never thought I would really be able to do that. And working at the daycare and doing curriculum, I'm actually able to become a teacher. I am actually going to be certified, and I'm excited about it. The state of Missouri has programs out there to help with the teaching lessons and what they require for kindergarten, so I'll be able to do all that. And to be honest with you guys, it's just something where I'm just so excited to be able to do this. But I just don't feel like I'm qualified. And so it clutters my mind. My mind is just going nonstop on what to do as far as curriculum for the daycare. And then I look around my home and I have my kids' friends over this weekend, and living room, kitchen, bedrooms, they're all picked up. But when I go down into my garage and I start cleaning, I'm going through everything. There's a lot of things that was my ex-husband's that I'm getting rid of, that he ended up giving to me, that I don't want. Things that his mother gave to me, I don't want those things. The things that remind me of him, I don't want. Honestly, I am kind of throwing away that time, the last 10 years of my life, away in the trash. I'm starting over, and I'm being able to focus on me, my health. I've been losing weight. I'm doing a really good job at that, but not good enough. I want to do better. I'm spending more time with my kids, but not enough. I want to do better. I'm refocusing on 2023, but not enough. It's almost over for January, and I haven't done what I have promised myself I would do. I haven't read the Bible every day like I said I was going to. I wanted to use this weekend to catch up, but since I have my kids this weekend, it's not happening. Maybe next weekend when I'm on my own I can catch up. I don't know. And I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed with the things that I want to do for me, but yet taking care of the kids and prioritizing what I need to be doing. And one of the first things I need to do for myself is get rid of the clutter in my garage. You guys, this is business stuff that I was going to sell. This was money that I spent, a lot of money that I spent. But my priority is I'm not going to sell it if it doesn't fit in a poly bag. If it's breakable, like a glass dish or a cup, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. these are things that I've decided it's just a waste of my time. And money is time, and time is happiness. So I want to be able to have the time to do the things I want to do. And Caleb said there's a pastor you could call, and he would love to pray with you if you're going through a season of your life where you're just struggling. I want to be the best mother I can be. I want to be able to enjoy the children that I have. But God has really, really laid it on my heart for adoption and to prepare. So decluttering my home, getting rid of things, starting over, getting rid of my past, and not having to worry about what stupid decisions my husband is making. I think it's God is just guiding me, and he's given me these desires. So with that said, God has given me the desire to start saving for an adoption. It's going to be one of the things that I would like to do. It's going to take a couple of years probably. But I also, in the meantime, want to save for a home for me and my children. Those are the two top priorities that I have. And so those are things that I have goals for in the future and what I want to do. And this morning I turn on YouTube. I'm getting ready to watch church service this morning at my husband's church. And it says, Rachel Cruz pops up, how to afford your adoption. And how to do a debt-free adoption. And I just feel like God is just really just guiding me to how can I do this as a single mom? As a single mom, you can do anything you set your mind to. I know because I've done it. It's prioritizing. It's taking your life and putting it in order. The last video I did was allowing God to make order out of chaos. In 2022, 2021, my life was chaotic. My husband decided he wanted to file for divorce. He didn't want to be with me. He wanted to be with someone else. He didn't love me. He didn't love my kids. He kicked us all out of our home. And he says, I'm going to live in this home. You can't live in this home. And I'm not even going to talk to you about you living in the home as a mother. I'm going to kick you and the children out. And it's just amazing that God put me in an apartment 2 streets over from my ex-husband, but yet I'm paying the exact same as the house payment. So he's got this great big gigantic house with his girlfriend. I've got an apartment with children. And our whole life was just turned upside down. But in that process, it was reset. And it was prioritized and put in order. So God has established order out of the chaos. And he's laid new passions and new desires on my heart. And God is putting the people in place to help make all of my dreams and desires a reality. And I want to be able to step back and take things slow. Don't get all depressed because I didn't get this done, or I didn't get that done, and I didn't do that right, and I didn't say that right, or whatever. I want God to be able to mold me into what he wants me to be. I want to be able to spread his word, because that's the number one thing here on this channel, is for me just to share my journey and my story with you and what God has done for me. It's not what I've done for myself. And it's not even what my ex-husband has done or hasn't done for me. It's what God has allowed and what God has done in my life. And, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do my part. If God says clean out your garage and do this with your garage, this is what I'm going to do with my garage. I got to get it done. And I'm going to work every day on this garage until it's done completely. And, there's no big hurry. It doesn't have to be done today. I was hoping I would have it all done in one day. But who am I kidding? It's a disaster. And I noticed one thing. As I'm going through my stuff in my garage, I'm letting go of the past and all the lies. And I'm letting go of the anger. I came across photos of my husband and I on our wedding day. And I look at the pictures and I look at his smile. And he was friends with my father. And he did vows with my children. And the things that we did as a family. And I'm looking at all these videos and these pictures, and I'm thinking, what happened to my husband? I miss him. Where's he at? But God has made it very clear he's turned his back on God. And I don't want that man. So as I'm going through all of my things in the garage, I'm thinking, this is sad that I have to get rid of this. If it was a gift from my husband, if it was a something he put a lot of thought into, even just pictures, I wonder why. And I say, here, God, I'm going to give this to someone else. Hopefully they can enjoy it. Because it doesn't mean anything to me anymore. And it's not who I am. It's who I thought we were as a family. But we're no longer a family. My divorce was not my choice. I wanted to stay with my husband. I wanted to communicate with my husband. I wanted to go to counseling. He refused. He said he made up his mind. His mind is final. And he made his choice. And I do wish the best for him and his girlfriend, or many girlfriends that he's going to have. I know their relationship's not going to be blessed by God. And it makes me sad to think that. But you cannot leave your wife for someone else and expect God to bless it. And I am thinking of me and my future, and do I want to be with someone? I did hear a pastor say, if your non-believing spouse filed for divorce against you, you're free. You're free to move on. But as I'm going through my stuff in my garage, I'm not free yet. God still tells me to love your husband. That thought in itself is depressing. How do you love someone who doesn't love you? How do you love someone who doesn't want you? And I don't know what God's doing in my life. I don't know what he wants me to do. I know what he's given me thoughts and passions and all that, but yet he holds me back. And I still am told by God, wait on me. don't get in a hurry. Don't worry about those people who are not talking to you and not communicating with you. Don't worry about them. They're making their own decisions. Don't worry about those that are kicking you out of their life for stupid reasons. God says, wait. Wait on me, and I'm gonna do something. And I really do feel like God is working on me. I really do feel like God is going to do something so big that I'm going to be like in shock. I don't know when. I don't know what. I just got this feeling stirring inside me that when I am wanting to do something big for God, like an adoption or buying a house or having my children more, I think it's going to be a bam, here you go. Because ultimately what I want to do is what God wants me to do. One of the things on K-Love is said this morning was, you know what? You need to pray in God's will. It's got to be in God's will. He'll get you through those struggles, get you through all that chaos. He'll provide that order in your life, but it's got to be His will. And that just gives you another reason to step back and say, okay, God, I didn't get the garage cleaned out today. That's okay. Must have not been your will, right? Because I think He's really working on me as I'm doing this cleaning, decluttering process in my life. When I look back at this whole year since my divorce, I've gotten a camper. I've gotten property. I've gotten a new job at a daycare. I'm a teacher. I am financially established myself on my own. I have gotten, gravel out on my property and electricity out on my property and internet out on my property. I have done so much this year. And I've had fun. I got to take my kids to Disney World for the first time. They've never seen the beach before. We got to see the beach. God is moving in my life. He's doing things that I never would ever dream of. And as a single mom, I need to keep my relationship with Him, number one. And then I know He'll give me the answers, and I know He'll give me the direction that He's wanting me to be in and do for my life. And I do know right now He's saying reset, refocus, reset. Take a step back. Be thankful for what you have and wait. So, as I'm going through this journey, I am going to bring you guys along. I hope you enjoy my videos. Some of them might not be very good, but, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I just want to share my life with you. And I want to share Jesus with you and what He's doing in my life. So, I'm excited for 2023 and what this year is going to bring already. I mean, what are we, 3 weeks into 2023? 4 weeks? Almost 4 weeks. And, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I feel so loved. In my marriage, I didn't feel loved, but I feel so loved now. And I can see how God is working, and I know in my mind He's getting rid of the chaos and the clutter. And He's He has me right where He wants me right now. My kids got to spend the weekend with their neighbors right next door to my ex-husband. I go right over there. That's where a couple of my best friends live. And my kids' best friends live. And he tells my son, you can't play with those kids. And those parents, both of them, really don't want anything to do with my husband anymore. So they call me. They come over here. It's amazing. And I love that I can share that. And I love it when my neighbor kid says, Kerri, we miss you at the house. Because I always would let them come over and stay the night. I would give them popsicles and pizza rolls, and they would play in the yard, and I would go out and play. I would have them over. They would swim in our pool that I bought, for the kids, and jump on the trampoline that I bought for them. And I look at them as they come over and spend time with my son, and my son is so happy with his friends. And I tell them I want to do this at least once a month. They said, okay. But it's nice that finally everything's decluttered and everything is ready for them to play with and do. And they can have fun together. And I could drive over 2 streets or walk over there and pick them up and walk back. It's good exercise for me. And one of the kids says, it's like nothing's changed. It's like, yep, nothing's changed. I'm in a different place. And my husband has a new girlfriend that moved in to his house, but nothing's changed. And they say that because my husband a lot of times wouldn't be around when he'd be at AA or something and be kind of a part-time dad most of the time. And so, the kids know. Nothing's changed. Just gives me joy to know that I could go through all this and nothing's changed. Nothing at all. So, thanks for watching. And I'll keep working on that garage, and I will show you the progress as I'm working on it. So, talk to you later. Bye.